Welcome back to the closing stages of the WPT Championship. Not many holes left to play. John Morgan's on one of them, the 16th.
Well, this is borderline the 300 yards off the tee. Leaves you about 240 in. Now, I would say this is the easiest hole on the golf course. Now, they say don't look a gift horse in the face, but this is your gift and your biggest chance. Now, you're coming down the straight. You need a birdie, you might need an eagle. This is it. This par 5, landing zone, very, very wide. You're coming in, second shot. You got the bunkers on the left, bunkers on the right. You can't quite see them all, but they're not deep bunkers. You know, they're quite shallow. So, and the green's quite big and it's spacious, so you've got every chance to get it close, even if you miss the green. Now, you're coming in, you've probably got a rescue club in your hand, hybrid, 2-iron, or a 3-wood, but it's so wide. I mean, this is your chance. Get that eagle, and you'd probably be lifting that trophy.
Well, I think Max Smith could do with an eagle here and then maybe a couple more eagles to come if he is going to be lifting the trophy, but we get John's point.
A little breezier though for this final round action. Knock that one under the wind, run it up the green.
Well, we have seen some eagles here today. Sebi Garcia among those that have walked off with a 3. Dykes, lovely drive.
Trying to hit a low draw. Get that to run up, and that's going to do the same thing.
Well, Harold, 5 back now. Couldn't make his birdie at the last. Would have made it interesting, wouldn't it, to get to 4?
Very smooth swing, a little bit left. Looked like he was taking one extra club and hit it softly. It's easy to do that, to just pull it fractionally, but that's okay.
Yeah, I think George Woolgar would take that position.
Well, I don't know, he's playing well. He's looking like taking everything on today. How's he going to react to the first drop shot of the day? There's 2 a little left, but no problem whatsoever.
Well, he's got a nice cushion. Wonder what it'll be coming down 18.
And it's really coming up 18 because it's uphill all the way from the tee box. Generous landing area for that tee shot. But it does make it a long second shot to a narrow opening at the front, but the flag back right, you must not go past this flag. And it'll leave you a very quick downhill putt, but long iron second shot up the hill.
Well, it's been a decent round today from Jason Duran, so 4 under par. Well, the clubhouse lead is 10 under. He'll have that to try and get to 11 under when it eventually stops.
Grinnell, who started a little bit shakily, went quite well and then dropped a couple of shots. It's now 6 under. Looks like he's going to get to 7.
Well, there's another eagle at this par 5 and another to get to 10 under. There's a group of them now tied for second.
Doing the commentary for us. It was a good putt.
1 eagle followed by another, perhaps.
Could be that famous saying. Will it be where eagles pair? No.
You've been waiting all day for that one, haven't you? I heard a sigh there. I'm not too sure if that was your joke or the missed opportunity.
I would have said it was the joke.
Still, birdie takes him to 9 under par.
Just to get to 11.
Well, he gave it a bit of a thump up the hill. Wasn't hard enough, though. Is it bounce back time for Walgott? Looking to become the first winner of 2 events this season is Walgott.
Little right to lefter. Oh dear, oh dear. Nothing worse. Your last hole, 3 putts.
And it's 3 rounds of 69 for Jason Dransfield.
Well, this is the 17th, an absolute beautiful kamikaze par 4. Now you got the likes of Cole Sarts, Bubba Watson, probably the world's long driving team. They won't even be wanting to take this bad boy on. I mean, look at it. It is a country mile away. But come final day, they're going to bring the tee box up and entice all these players to have a little pop at this. Now, it's 258 yards to carry, 260 yards to carry to the green. This hole is unbelievable. I mean, when you do lay up there, you're only coming in with like a wedge or a sand iron. Very simple. Not everyone would be going for this, but you know, you're under the cosh, you say 1 or 2, maybe probably 2 shots behind, you might really think about opening up your shoulders and giving it a go. I mean, this is what it's all about, guys. Now, have I got the minerals? Now, when I say minerals, well, am I being silly? I don't know, but here we go. I tell you what, I'm going home with my tail between my legs. Well, as you can see, my tee shot went in the water, but that is the risk at going at this hole in 1 shot. Now, sensible option, off the tee, long iron, landing right in the perfect zone, leaving yourself in a region of about 105 to carry the water, probably a region about 120 to the middle of the green. But this green slopes straight back at you. You know, if you come in there and you're a bit steep on it, a bit too hard with it, you're going to generate so much spin and it can weave its way back into a watery grave. Now, Tiger Woods is excellent at this shot. He stays there, he's really shallow through the shots, taking off as much spin as he can for that 1 hop stop technique. Now, I'm going to try the same. Now, we got the pin on the right hand side, very dodgy pin position. I've got to take it on. Here we go. And there we have it. Done exactly what it's not supposed to say on the tin, in the drink.
When I asked, does he ever miss? He only did it twice in 1 hole. He's wrecked his scorecard.
Well, he's showing just how much danger there is on this.
But Dykes has gone for it. He just eagled the last. Come on. Wow. There you go. It was a risky effort, but a lovely swing.
Back into the wind a little bit. See, very educated hands. A lot of body movement, but brings the club face back into square.
Well, the likes of Colin Montgomery, Bernard Langer, Darren Clark, all one here. Is George Walgar going to follow in their steps? You had high hopes of winning here 1 year as well, didn't you, Ross?
Yeah, I finished well. I was leading after 2 rounds, and then Langer went on in the most very difficult conditions to play 2 of the best rounds I've ever seen. Don't mind being beaten by Langer.
He was pretty good, wasn't he?
Yeah, that was pretty good too.
In fact, he's still good, Bernard Langer. Up at 17, Max Smith now.
He laid up, going with a little wedge, took the spin off. You can see that flag quite blustery, so that tee shot into the wind.
Sticky Hodgson, 2 bogeys, 2 birdies so far today. And hopefully his last shot indeed at 18 for a par. So he finishes where he started at 7 under. Not quite the day he was hoping for, but another solid week from the former Walker Cup start.
Harold. Went for the green, and with that flag on the front, it's difficult to get close.
Well, he rolled in an eagle at 16. Was 15 under par leading the way.
Grinnell has been a bit tentative on these shortish putts today, but that was hit with more authority.
Well, pars will be very much good enough, you would feel, for Woolgar from here. He's got the pace of the greens really well today. When he has blasted it past, it's because he has been aggressive and been trying to make those birdies. Now Smith, well, he's starting to make a few birdies. It took him to the 13th to get his first, but that's 3 now today. Another one of those testers for par for Harold. He's managed to knock in most of these though. And there's another, looked like it might miss on the left, but just caught the hole. Now the last thing you want to do is hit a drive like Dykes did and not make your birdie. But there you go, paid off. Well, nice couple of holes, isn't it? Eagle birdie, and it takes Dykes out of what was a 4-way tie for second place, up to second on his own now. 4 shots then the lead for George Woolgar. 3 holes left to play, and looking to go top of the Order of Merit. Max Smith well placed at 10 under par, on course for his highest finish of the season in his rookie year. And Kit Alexander spoke to him at the opening event of the season.
Max, you've made a really positive start to your first EuroPro Tour event. Can you tell me about the week so far and how it's compared to your expectations?
Yeah, no, it's interesting. It's good fun, and it's good. I'm playing with a lot of guys that I've played junior golf with, which is good. It helps me relax, helps me fit in a little bit better, where I can imagine it could be quite daunting if you didn't know anyone.
And you were involved in the England squads as a junior. Can you just tell us about your progression, how you came to the game?
I've always been quite a decent sportsman. Played a lot of cricket, a lot of tennis, and that's kind of fed into my golf. But I went down to Millfield in Somerset for school, and it just flourished from there. You know, I first went, they said I probably wasn't actually going to make the golf team, which almost was a motivation, as I will make the golf team, and ended up having a really successful career there. And luckily got selected for the England under-18s, which you can't really put a price on the experiences I got there. The places I went, the tournaments I played, the calibre of player I played against, and you just have to look at the squad I was involved with. You had Tom Lewis now, Tommy Fleetwood, Chris Lloyd, Eddie Pepperell, all, you know, European Tour card holders. So we had a really strong squad, which helped me even more being surrounded by those guys.
Why did you take the decision to turn pro when you came back from America for this season?
I was struggling with my game a bit, and I was always going to turn pro at the end of this year. And I wasn't within the remit of the Walker Cup squad, the England elite squad, where you'd want to be making the most of being an amateur. So I just thought, if I'm going to spend the money on being an amateur for a season, I might as well spend that money being a pro and having the opportunity to earn some money back. And hopefully that was the right decision.
Does seeing other players who you played in the England squad with now move on to the European Tour, does that give you plenty of confidence that you can get there as well?
Oh, for sure, because you competed with them when you were younger, and whether then that means that they're not that much better than you. They've just done the right things, they performed at the right time. There are a couple of guys, I remember Tommy Fleetwood was the one that really blew me away, he really was good. But the other guys I felt like I compete with, and hopefully one day in the near future I will.